Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 3 of our round 1 match between Fundamentals and Team Demon. PythianLegume here on the mic, here for the match, and thank you all for joining me once again as we get into that drafting phase. Team Demon came back in a big way in game number 2, and maybe we see something a little bit more normal for Fundamentals. They ban away the Liliana, as it was played pretty well in games 1 and 2. Faking out the Roxy, banning out the Rourke. Not too surprising from Team Demon. You don't want to take that hero out. Just has such a presence against towers. I don't really think that these guys are above a little bit of trolling here in the draft. You know, going around to different heroes, almost trying to fake the other team out. But Murad, great performance in game 2, taken out here in the banning phase. Temporo Turbulence. What a great name for an ability. That was just one of those things. It's tough to play around that sometimes as an enemy. And now Team Demon thinking about their second ban. Superman has been one that they've taken out. It's usually for the red side to ban out the Superman because you do not want to leave it in if you don't have first pick. So Team Demon take it out as Fundamentals ban out the Zenial. I would be very surprised to see a Goater ban here. Slims was taken out by Team Demon in the last one. Aram also a choice, but this is leaving a lot of heroes on the board for Triple X. They decided to take out the Slims instead, so Aram left in. Not sure if Fundamentals are going to go for it. I almost feel like they have to here, but they choose up the Malak instead. That's a little bit interesting to me. I don't know if Malak was really first pick worthy here, as it wasn't even touched at all in the last game, but sometimes you just get put in a bind with the heroes that you can and can't pick. Lindis and the Flash are picked up for Team Demon here, and Tolan Morin is the answer for Fundamentals. We're going to see our first Morin of the series here for Triple X. He's definitely played a lot of that hero. And we're going to see the return of the Toland, which did have a pretty good performance in game number 1 for Fundamentals. Also seeing Irene and Zephys picked up once again for Team Demon here, so Zephys will make his return after his game 1 performance was pretty good, but he was banned out for game 2. And are we actually going to see an Arduin? Oh my lord, we are seeing an Arduin here for Fundamentals as well as a Lumber, so they're going big old tanky team here, ready to provide a pretty good front line for Tolan and Morin. Mina possibly the last pickup here for Team Demon. They do need a little bit of beef, and Mina will be that beef. So we've got our lineup set here for game number 3 here. This will decide the series. And we'll just have to see who will take this and move on to round number 2. We already have a team waiting for them, and I think they are very ready for their opponent. So a lot of work here for both of our teams to do, and at the end of it we will see who will make it into that next round. Should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what the result ends up being. And we will not have to wait for long. So I do want to thank all of you for joining me once again for our series here in the Premier Valor League. If you like, you can use the commands !PVL Twitter and !PVL Discord to get a permanent link over to the Discord as well as the Twitter for the league to stay up to date on all of the happenings on in the league. And with that being said, we are almost into our final match of the series. It's been quite a journey, but it will soon come to an end for one of these teams. And it could be either. I mean, we've seen a lot from both sides here. We've seen some good things. We've seen some not so great things. And again, Kefla's on his Malak, so that's already a good start for fundamentals. He was doing a pretty good job in game one. But there's a time for talking and a time for playing, and this here is the time for playing in game number 3 of our best of 3 set here in round 1. So here for fundamentals, going to be 12 nuns playing the Lumber, Slam handling the Tolan. We've got Kefla on the Malak, Triple X handling the Morin, and Arduin will be played by YKT. Meanwhile, for the Team Demon side, we've got possibly an early invade here with Hyoka playing the Irie Elodie on the Mina. Lindis handled by Don Kakita. Zephys played by ZKC. And oh man, they just found a big old Kefla who is going to have to walk away very quickly. Uses the healer right away, and he will give up the Sage Golem. 12 Nuns makes his way over. Now that Golem was not leashed, so it goes back on over. And 12 Nuns gets in the middle of 3 with a big stun. But is it going to be enough? Slam working his way around with the teleport. But that's going to be all she wrote here for Team Demon. Scarface making it out as a flash. But actually, the invade goes the other way as fundamentals will take the first blood onto the Zephys. Big kill for them. And they're already getting started here. Don Kakita will get the piercing gaze here. Get some vision of the brush and runs on in. But will quickly run away, and Elodie is one left here. Getting slowed down. 12 Nuns gets hit by the damage, and he isn't able to get the stun out onto either of them. Don Kakita, that's a tier 2 you're trying to dive, guys. You do not want to go that far, but Triple X ends up swagging all over them and gets the kill. Long range. This is the guy that knows his Martin and knows exactly how far he's able to take it. Irie comes in from behind with the spin, and it's just absolute carnage here inside the Team Demon jungle. Hyoka goes down. Triple X making his way away. Elodie looking to get the slice, looking to get that scythe onto somebody, but just can't do it. Scarface looking for a mock punch. Could be there. He's healing up. But instead, he is going to be hit by the big old Arduin stun. And he can't do anything any longer there. We'll just have to clear out the wave and get back as fast as possible. Slam will continue to clear out this wave. With all that potential you have as a Tolan. Now the Abyssal Dragon is up. Slam taking some damage from the tower. Elodie, maybe. Maybe that scythe is there. But no, she's just going to back up and maybe set her team up for an Abyssal Dragon. Fundamentals are very close to the area. Kefla, he is at level 3. Looking to take down that fish. Ends up doing it. But look at this. Here we go. Big old Death Scythe by Elodie. Isn't yet level 4, though. And so does not have the Dark Dominion. Beautiful Cyclone on to 3. Is doing a lot of work for Team Demon, but they're just not doing enough. Looking to finish off some of these kills. Abyssal Dragon getting into the action. Hyoka takes down 12 Nuns. And Triple X goes down as well. Abyssal Dragon has not been secured, and Kefla, to his credit, got into the fight. Abyssal Dragon proving a little bit difficult for the teams here, and the Flash might be making his way through. Slam is aware. He's zoning him out. And I believe that Fundamentals should secure themselves this dragon. They have to use a lot of their abilities onto it to make sure that they end up getting it. And it's going rather slow. Elodie gets in, gets a Death Scythe on the 2. Beautiful stun out of Arduin. And they are forcing them away. Abyssal Dragon has gone down. And it is in favor of Fundamentals. They'll pick up one with a big cleave out of Kefla. Elodie pulling one in with a Death Scythe as well. Here comes Irie, looking to get the big damage out, but again, there's just no follow-up, and she can't get the work done. Triple X out of the brush, doing some work for his team. Doing all the work, as they say. And they're going to secure themselves the enemy jungle as well. They'll take a Sage Golem. They'll just Almost taunt Irie as they're walking back towards their own side of the map. And that'll be that. Fundamentals looking much better here in game number 2. 7 kills to 2 with a 2.5, 2.6k, or rather 1.6. Quick math's not working out for me here. 1.6k gold lead for themselves. It's not that much at this point, but if Team Demon continue to give up these dragons, it will definitely escalate. But the next dragon is down for another 50 seconds. Looking at the top lane, Irie could be in some trouble. Gets the spin on the triple X. And here comes Mala. Off the mark, though, with the shock. And meanwhile, there's a fight going on at bottom. YKT ends up getting caught out. Lumber with the Earth Splitter could not get that out in time. And that leads to YKT going down. Meanwhile, push goes out on the mid lane. Triple X getting some damage done to the tower. Kefla tanking up for his team. ZKC looking for the death from above, but he's not able to find it in that magnetic storm. Well, it gets thrown out on the tower, but it's not very effective, as they say in Pokemon. If we take a quick look at the personal gold here. Oh, that's nice and compact. I like that. If we take a look at the personal gold, Morin is at a big old 3.4k here. Huge for his team, and he's also got a lot of kills so far. 5, 1, and 1. That's just a huge start for him, and Team Demon are absolutely going to have to shut him down if they want to come back in this game. He catches sight of one entering the brush. There's a magnetic storm, and he's right next to that flash. Has to get out of the cyclone. He's perfectly fine, though, and he's moving around as a Marn. He will go back in. Elodie, with 3 around her, isn't able to do anything in that situation, though. Fundamental takedown 2 on the top lane, with Linda still trying to create some space on bottom, but well, Lumber is pretty good at filling that space himself. He's got a big old rock body, some rock hard abs. Not that I'm into that stuff, but I bet you the ladies are. So Fundamentals take a foray into the Team Demon jungle. Kefla thinks about backing up, but after they see ZKC, they decide that maybe it's worth it to stay a little bit longer. Morin continuing to be a nuisance on top. Elodie looking for the Death Scythe, but again, not quite able to get it. But Scarface has arrived. He's just looking for the initiation. He knows that he can't go in by himself. He can get some harass done, but you'd have to go pretty far for it, and you don't want to get stunned out of anything. Elodie finds 2, possibly in the brush. Does she check? Do you check? Malik comes through. I guess you could call that a zoning ultimate. There's a big magnetic storm on the 2. The AoE that Fundamentals need, and they will be able to just lock him down and take him out. Here in the mid lane, Lumber off the mark with that shattered Earth. But it ends up not mattering. They get the kill anyway, and Triple X is going ham. He's looking for these kills. He has not got a leash on him at all. And he will lead his team to take down that tier 2 tower in the mid lane. They've got a lot of choices here. They could go for the tower. Scarface tries to just lock down that minion wave, but he isn't able to take down everything. Luckily, though, his team has now arrived and forced 12 nuns put in the middle of everything. YKT is there. Triplex has been knocked down, but his team is still doing a lot of work here. Kefla gets the cleave out and finishes off yet another kill. Fundamental should back up most likely, but are they going to do it? Kefla is still tanking up so much. Don Kakita, that ain't where you want to be. And he's going to fall once again to Fundamentals. No minion wave. It's probably time to back up, but man, I don't know if Fundamentals are done swagging just yet. They still look really aggressive. But they will back up for now. Go ahead and clear off their laves. Slam, I don't really know what he was doing there. Those lightning bolts didn't get a chance to go off. And that leads to Team Demon getting a return kill. And with that Team Demon, they start to regain a little bit of control around the map. Unfortunately, though, they don't realize that the Abyssal Dragon is up, and this allows Triple X to go ahead and get it. Don't know if Lindis is going to be able to stop this here. Could go for the steal, but Triple X is zoning right now, getting a little bit deep in order to do it. He's got to be careful. He's almost locked in with the trap, and ZKC goes for the death from above, but he's getting locked down, and he's getting taken out of this fight. Lumber looking for the stun, but zoning at this point. Team Demon They left the flash. He went into his Cyclone to try to avoid the Malik, but unfortunately you can't avoid all the damage even if you do that. Kefla getting locked into the base by the Mina. Locking him in with the taunt. But again, it is a 5v3 right now, and a very tough one for Team Demon to win at that. Mina does not have the ultimate to get the taunt out for a team. Irie's trying to do anything she can with the spin. Kefla is low, but Kefla is so swaggy right now, and he will go ahead and help his team take the tower. He's got more than enough health for himself as well. Now Team Demon, they're just left, looking to see what exactly they can take after that. Big aggression out of fundamentals, and they take down the first base tower of the game. Slam inside the brush, not in a forward position, but they are getting the scouting done. 12 Nuns looking at him. They know exactly where they're going, and Triplex is right there. I don't really know what he thought he was doing there. He is going to be taken down easily, and fundamentals, is this a throw? I mean, he had more than enough vision that the enemy team was going up there. Maybe he thought he had more time, but he just walked right into them. Team Demon take down 4, almost about to be 5, but Slam comes on in, ready for some toll and swag of his own. And in return, he takes down 4 of the enemy team. Slam getting his team back into it in a big way, almost saving them after that one. I don't think he takes this tower here, but I mean, if Slam hadn't done that, it possibly could have been Darkslayer and then threatening the base. So it's a very good thing that he did that. So he's doing the work that he needs to, taking down the minion waves right now. And the Abyssal Dragon is available for them as well. Irie makes her way over. But Triplex is taking this just a little bit too fast. And he is ready to knock anybody else away as well. Hyuka has to get that mobility over the brush in order to get away from Triplex and his big old dirty gun. Interestingly enough, though, they're walking in on mid. Do they just want to end it here? It's a bit of a ballsy move. I guess maybe Malik can try to lock down any teleports out, but he doesn't end up locking down the flash, and he gets in with a big old Cyclone out on the 3, and he's going to keep them in there. Slam getting some damage done, though. He's done a lot. YKT is low. So is Triplex. He falls to the Lindis. I don't really know what that decision was. I mean, I guess they saw a couple people top, but you have to lock down the teleports if you want to go for the base like that. Kefla doing some work. YKT also staying in the fight, but he's getting taken down mighty low. Malik comes through with a shock, but it's just a bit too late to save him. Can Malik clutch it out for his team? No. No, he can't. So Team Demon take another huge fight to defend their base and possibly give themselves a little bit more of a chance in this game. Still behind 7k gold. But there's a Darkslayer. The Darkslayer could be taken here. And you can see how quickly it's being taken by the Lindis. This is the opening that Team Demon have been looking for. I mean, you have to say that fundamentals, they went for the push in mid without the Darkslayer buff, and I think they're almost overplaying their hand, being a bit too confident here. And they will pay dearly for that. And so Team Demon get the Darkslayer buff for themselves. They get a little bit closer in terms of gold, about 5.5k right now. And they are looking for the ambush. Slam possibly sees the Mina out in the brush. Triplex cannot allow himself to get caught out here, as has happened before. Sometimes Arena of Valor is all about swagging all over your opponent, and sometimes it's about making the right play. And Team Demon could be doing that here. Another Abyssal Dragon for Team Demon. Oh no. What are you... Well, he couldn't have known. He could not have known that all of Team Demon were waiting there, but his team will try to fight regardless. Malik isn't even close, though, and that could be a big mistake. Kefla isn't in the fight. Slam is being taken down. 12 Nuns is all by himself here, and Malik is just going to have to walk away. knowing that his team absolutely could have used his help. The one thing that is at least good here for fundamentals is that mid wave is not pushing towards fundamentals at all. Now it is, but it had made it all the way to that central core. So it takes a little bit longer for Team Demon to go in here, and this will give Fundamental the chance to respawn. I don't think the base is broken, but it is going to take everything that Fundamentals have to get back into this one. They only have a 4.5k gold lead right now, and that is not nearly enough. There is the death scythe onto a lot of damage with the Ryu out of Hyoka. Kefla trying to make his way out. They engaged a little bit too soon, not giving their team enough time to respawn, and that is going to be their downfall. Now it's a 5v3 with Mina recalling, making the numbers a little bit more even for Fundamental as Flash gets to the back lines, but he's still underneath the tower. It will not be taken down in time for him to be saved, and he will fall. Now 12 Nuns gets in the middle of 3. Flurry of blows from ZKC will be able to take down the Lumber. Hyoka looking for the backlines. Slam still has some damage to do as Arden is holding strong for his team. Now the tier 3 tower has been taken, and that makes us almost even here. I mean, this was about a 7k gold lead for Fundamentals, and it's been knocked down to just a 3k gold lead now. It's a big comeback for Team Demon. They kept their wits about them. That's something that you can do to make things a little bit easier for yourself, and coming back in these matches is definitely possible in AOV. Definitely possible to come down from big deficits. And that's their first Abyssal Dragon of the game, taking us to just about 2.8, I would say. Really working hard on those quick maths. Fundamentals have to do something. They have lost a lot of control in this game. Taking a look at the items, I mean, they are almost full up, but still Team Demon are making their way back into the match. And just look at that win. It's 12.9k. That's where a lot of this is coming from. Looking for some vision, not able to find it. And Fundamentals are a little bit spread out right now, trying to clear these waves. Kefla knows his jungle is not safe. He knows his team is not there, and Fundamentals are trying to go for the brush play of their own. Unfortunately, Team Demon are not having it at all, and they're making the play of their own. It's almost at the point where you have to guess. You have to guess that somebody's in the brush, and you have to guess which brush they're in. Kefla, I mean, it could have been this advanced one, but it's not. He's just there to clear out the wave, and no, you can't walk over there. He knows it's not safe. Scarface gets over the mid. Morin, he breaks the cover there, and Irie gets a Ryu out on the 3. There's a big AoE out of Malik, and Fundamentals get their first kill. Scarface is down, looking for another one. They have to find the Lindis. Lindis being allowed to do whatever she wants, but now she has finally been caught out. There's the control that they need, and Fundamentals take down 3. Looking for the 4. ZKC is low. ZKC is down. And now only Irie is left. She had a great initiation there, but her team could not follow up, and Martin took advantage of the situation. I think that will be it. Fundamentals moving on into the next round, and they are absolutely happy about it. You can tell they're recalling on their way. They're ready to swag. They're ready to go. And go indeed they do. On to round number 2 here in the PVL in 3 games. That's kind of the Fundamentals way. They go to the full 3. They like it that way. They win it that way. And they will move on. Excellent game from both teams. I mean, there was a pretty good comeback there for a while from Team Demon, but Fundamentals eventually shut the door. They slam it shut. And they take game 3. Again, Morin. There were some weird decisions there, but ended up getting 22 kill participation for his team. And we take a look at where that put him. Yeah, 73%. YKT at 86. I like those numbers. But Triple X had the big damage. I mean, Melindis did everything she could, dropping down the big 116k. But in the end, it was not going to be enough. As Team Demon get knocked out in the first round, actually. Fundamentals, we move on. So that's going to do it for this match. We will have another one for you guys in just a bit. I will keep you posted on what teams it's going to be. But I believe we will have a bit of a break. These matches tend to take a lot out of players, and they like the break time. So we'll be back after a break of whatever duration. In the meantime, let's listen to some tunes. You're watching the PVL with PythianLegume. Thanks for watching.